Chillin' in the mansion, crib with expansions. Chillin' in the mansion, crib with expansions.
What's up, guys? I'm Drake Rock, and we are back with more tutorials. Today we're doing Trippie Redd, Atlantis off his new MUSIK album. Here's what we're mixing and now out.
Chillin' in the mansion, crib with expansions. All my diamonds dancing, my crib.
We're gonna take a look at the raw vocals here. This is what it sounds like with no plugins.
Chillin' in the mansion, crib with expansions. All my diamonds dancing, my crib look like Atlantis. Pull up outstanding, know we living live.
Bet. So today you can purchase this template on my website, link in bio. This will give you this whole mix here. However, it comes with a Waves version and a stock plugin version. Today we're going to be doing a tutorial for the Waves version, but if you want to do this without any external plugins, go ahead and check that preset out. There's examples on the website as well as this tutorial. It includes all the raw vocals, beat, mixing, this whole project file, and you could use it on your own track. So let's dive into how to do this mix that Trippie Redd does. So this song in particular is a very sharp hip hop song. Obviously his beat is going crazy. So in a beat that has a lot of bass like this one, you don't want too much bass. You want your vocals to cut through the mix, right? And that's a big thing that people try to do. So in order to do that, we're going to do some special things with mixing in terms of like how we handle our bass and our highs as well without it getting too sharp. So first off, as normal, we're going into a noise suppressor. The stock plugin version of this, we just use a limiter with the noise suppression. So this is just taking out room noise. We obviously have our auto-tune. I'm using meta-tune instead of auto-tune now. I think it's way better. So if you guys use this from Slate, it's good. It goes crazy. This is actually like magic auto-tune in here. So I switched as soon as I tried it. First thing we're doing is we have a compressor. So we're going to go ahead and turn off everything, all of our sends for our vocals, and just see what it sounds like with this. So
Chillin' in the mansion, crib with expansions. All my diamonds.
We're using RVox. We're doing some leveling. It definitely does a harsher compression with RVox. So keep that in mind if you're using the stock. We have it going a little bit quicker. With a lower threshold. This is at -7 on RVox. Leveling that out, you can see it's just coming to like -3. First off, we have our EQ, simple EQ. We're going to cut 200, or actually starting at about 400 and sloping off. So there's two things. You don't want too much bass, obviously. However, if it sounds too thin, you want to slowly ramp off your low end instead of a harsh cut. So let's listen to the slow ramp off. I'll show you what a harsh sounds too.
Chillin' in the mansion, crib with expansions. All my diamonds dancing, my.
Okay, so it sounds nice. However, if we make this harsh,
chillin' in the mansion, crib with expansions. All my diamonds.
You see we kind of have that harsh cutoff sound, which is not something that we want. So you want to slowly ramp that off.
Chillin' in the mansion.
We're doing a little bit of work here, like 400, 500, but that's about it. SSL channel, we're doing just a little bit of compression, a tiny bit of EQ, getting rid of that boxiness. That's definitely something we were fighting with on the mix. And with that, sounds like this so far.
Chillin' in the mansion, crib with expand. And I keep that 52, and I keep like 50 goons. They gon' say I need to stop, I'm be thuggin' at 62.
Okay, so we're getting there. It's still not very powerful. To get that trippy effect, that Trippie Redd effect, we're going to put a saturator on here. We're using Saturn. The base one uses Fruity Blood Overdrive. And this is giving us kind of that grittiness that he has in this song in particular. It's very important for this type of
Chillin' in the mansion, crib with expansion. All my diamonds dancing, my crib look like Atlantis.
Okay, warming it up a little bit and saturating it, giving it more power. We're de-essing at 10K frequency. And we're doing a decent amount.
Chillin' in the mansion, crib with expansion.
Okay, sometimes it comes down to like 6, 7. You might think, okay, why don't you just pull down the highs a little bit, right? Well, the highs, when you EQ the highs, remember that's the gain. That's pulling off the decibels of that frequency. So a de-esser is going to dynamically do it. Same with the multi-band compressor, but you know, it's just more targeted at just that frequency, and it does a really good job. So we're going to do a little bit harsher, and I would encourage you to use 2 de-essers, one on the higher end and one on like 5K, which is what we're going to do here. And that way you kind of get a leveled mix all the way through without your high end sounding too much. Okay, so we're kind of taking off those highs. And we're going to freshen that up with artificial highs right here. We've kind of leveled out our highs. Now we're going to bring in the good highs. which is just a teeny bit of fresh air free plugin from Slate. Great plugin. You can hear we're bringing that
Chillin' in the mansion, crib with expansion. All my diamonds dancing, my crib look like Atlantis.
Now, if we switch these, let's say we put our fresh air before.
Chillin' in the mansion, crib with expansion. All my diamonds dancing, my crib look like Atlantis.
What it can cause the de-esser to do is over de-ess in some areas. We still want it sharp, but we want all the transients to be taken care of. And that's one of the things with rap vocals that is hard. It's very dynamic. There's a lot of plosives. So if you want to take care of that, you got to de-ess, and then you can freshen that up after with fresh air or whatever. Then we're doing a 76 compressor, leveling that out. Here
Chillin' in the mansion, crib with expansion. All my diamonds dancing, my crib look like Atlantis.
Hovering at about 3, not doing too much, kind of leveling it all out, which is good for rap vocals. You want it to be compressed, but not overly compressed, and not under compressed. So it's just finding that balance, moving these knobs as you go along your mix. Okay, next we have a 2A. This is a great smooth compressor, leveling everything out. In the fruity version, we just use a slower compressor. This is gonna level everything out. Obviously, there's not many knobs to control this. It's gonna hit at about -5.
Chillin' in the mansion, crib with expansion. All my diamonds dancing, my crib look like Atlantis. Pull up outstanding, no.
So hopefully you can hear when I talk about on and off, the difference between that leveled and that not. And again, this is something you're like, okay, we're getting some compression here. We've got RVox, we've got SSL channel, we've got the 76. Do we need a 2A, right? It's all by the ear. If you feel like you need it, you do compressors step by step until it sounds polished. And if it sounds too compressed, start pulling it back or remove a couple compressors. So it's all by the ear. This song is obviously very hard. This beat is maxed out. There's not much room for dynamics, like there would be in a pop song or a singer-songwriter song. So compression is very important. We're doing a de-esser at 5, which is kind of taking some of
mansion, crib with expansion.
Those larger chunks of de-essing that we need, and really handling those as our final polish. The one thing that I did notice, and I added a multi-band compressor at the end of the chain, you could see here we're handling a lot of this boxiness, right? This is definitely something I found with the mix. When we add parallel compression, which is a brick walled 76, in the stock version we use the compressor with the brick wall setting. This is giving us that slammed effect without the bass. You know, there was that boxiness that was coming out from those frequencies in my mic. So handling that with the 70 or with a C6.
Chillin' in the mansion, crib with expansions. All my diamonds dancing, my crib look like Atlantis.
Let me show you that without the.
Chillin' in the mansion, crib with expansions.
I'll go here actually, listen.
And I keep that 52, and I keep like 50 goons. They gon' say I need to stop, I'm be thuggin' at 60.
So you can see it kind of polishes those vocals out, makes them fit into the beat better. And that's important with a track like this. So that's the mix. Obviously it goes into the parallel. We have slow, I mean, we got like way back delays and some verb that doesn't really make a difference.
And I keep that 52, and I keep like 50 goons. They gon' say I need to stop, I'm be thuggin' at 62.
Again, nothing too crazy, honestly. This is just basic stuff that you have on your vocals to kind of spice it up in the background. But with the song, the intensity of it, you really can't hear it most of the time. So it really doesn't even matter. So if we listen to the beat,
chillin' in the mansion, crib with expansions. All my diamonds dancing, my crib look like a.
You see the thing that we're gonna have to deal with is really just gain, and you might want to automate it through your song. But other than that, it sounds like a nice sharp mix. That's not too much, I think, in my opinion. Again, you can play with these highs and play with the de-esser. You know, maybe take off your fresh air. But if we do that, let's say we want to take off the
chillin' in the mansion, crib, no we living lavish. I cannot panic when I'm by the paddock. Up like a spaceship, you up.
It's fine, but it might get a little too warm. So I would say do it a little bit harsher, make it fit with the beat. And then in mastering, you can just polish any of those last things off, those like 2-1 decibel amounts that you want to change. So anyway, this is the whole Trippie Redd preset. Like I said, you can get it on my website. It includes a waves and stock version. So you can go ahead and record into this template. There's tutorials on the website as well as the FAQ. And you'll be able to use this whole project file in your own songs. You can record directly onto it, or you can right click, say File, Save Mixer Track State As, and it will save. You can see I have all these presets here from before. That way you can pull that up, say File, click on one in any project that you have, and it will load up this mixing chain. So that's how you can use it on your own project files. And I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know what other videos you guys want. I'll be doing one for the Kid Leroy's new album coming out, and doing stuff for like Future and Uzi when he drops. So anyway, that was this mix. Make sure to check it out on my website. If you guys have any questions or comments, let me know down below. And that's it. See you guys next time.
Leverage cost a fiscal, Rich cost a Tesla. Heard a pussy dissing, must been talk to Alexa.